we are setting up what an actual polling place will look like. They will also know exactly how the system works.
Good morning, Northwestern High School Mighty Colt. And yes, you do belong. This is about participation.
Oftentimes you'll hear vote, 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 vote. But what are you voting for? You need to be educated, and you question what we do, you question what we say, and then you make decisions based upon your understanding, and you vote your interests.
You all are on the doorstep of being handed over a power. We are in the business now of creating the world that we're about to hand over to you. And much of what that world will be based upon how we go out and we vote.
This is about Mr. Thomas's aunt on Edmund Pettus Bridge being beaten in prison.
What my aunts did at 14 and 16 years old is so that you can understand that as young people, you can change the world too, just like they changed the world. So much of the power resides at a state level.
Knowing and understanding what the word disenfranchisement means. A person or group of people stripped of their power.
This is about voter suppression and how they keep us from exercising our right to vote.
So what they did is they imposed things like literacy tests. Well, you had to pass a test if you wanted to vote. You had to count the number of jelly beans in the jar, and even if you by chance got it right, it was still wrong. They had things that were known as poll taxes. All of that started with Jim Crow laws in 1865. 1963, approximately 250,000 people take part in the March on Washington for Jobs and Freedom. Martin Luther King gives, for the second time, because it was done first in Detroit, his I Have a Dream speech as the closing address in front of the Lincoln Memorial. This history does not happen in a vacuum. And what happened yesterday, it is determinative on what we do today, and it will affect our tomorrows.
In order to sing opera, an artist must train for years to develop their voice and skill. An artist's voice shares their message and intent with the world, just like voting gives every American citizen an opportunity to have their voice be heard.
We're talking about the president, we're talking about congressional politicians, and how is that impacting me? But let's take it all the way down to the local level. I got it when I had a family member going up to a judge.
A strong democracy requires informed and engaged citizens. After my father passed away, I acted out. I was in jail, and for years dealing with the legal system. I had no voice at that time. I felt like I had nothing to say. And I came across a group of people who said, listen, did you know that if you are not currently serving a sentence, if you have a felony or misdemeanor, did you know in Michigan you can vote? There's so many people, when they come out of prison, their parole officers don't tell them.
And before I'd be a slave, I'd be buried in my grave and go home to my Lord and be free.
49 years ago, I sat in those chairs. I walked, you got that right, brother. Never thought I'd be here 49 years later. But the purpose of being here today is to talk about something I learned in this school.
Life is for the living, and it takes living in action from those alive to make life work. You all are alive, and your vote one day will be what keeps life going and making the changes you want to see happen for you.
All right, okay, I told y'all it was gonna be homework after, right? Anybody that can recall to be understood that history does not happen in a vacuum? A hand in the back. We set up some voting booths, and we want you all to go out. We don't want you, when you walk into a voting space for the first time, to feel uncomfortable. We want you to know what it's going to look like when you get there.